And there was a question the other day I saw, maybe on LinkedIn, would you wait in your car for a day or even two to go play a golf course? I said no. I'm not sleeping in my car no matter what. I don't care what golf course. Maybe Augusta. Augusta might be the only golf course I would actually sleep overnight if I could get on and play 9 or 18 holes. No other course.
No other
course. This week on Kash and Matty Talkin Golf, we're going to catch up on the latest in golf around the area. We're going to tell you what's up golf around the area. We're going to have a little story time with some of my favorite memories doing this for over 30 years. And then we're going to talk a little equipment banter. This is Matt Smith. I'm Steve Cashel. Matt is one of my favorite golf geeks in the world. We met, 4 or 5 years ago, and I knew you were going to be my guy, partner in crime, on the golf course and off the golf course, talking equipment, and we have a ball doing it.
It's been, Steve, it's been 4 or 5 years. We've been to some events. We've played some pretty cool courses, and I think the time is right. I think the time's right to have some fun and jump into this project.
Absolutely. Well, let's begin with catch up. How do you want to catch up?
Sure. I think what we're looking to do here, Steve, is we're looking to bring everyone up to speed on what's been going on in the Chicago golf scene, what we've been up to, right? What's been happening locally and a little bit of nationally as well. We'll start with this. What was it? It was 2 weekends ago, August 8th through 10th. We were out in Bolingbrook. We caught LIV now doing their fourth year in Chicago. What was it, Steve? Year two in Bolingbrook.
Yep.
Let's catch up. Let's tell the people a little bit about that.
I'm going to start with this. I wish we were catching up on 4 tournaments in Chicago.
Sure.
All right. Back in the day, Matt, all right, when I was covering golf full time, and I feel like I'm still doing it full time, but we had a PGA Tour event. We had a Champions Tour event, the seniors. We had an LPGA event for the women, and we had like a Corn Ferry Tour event. Right now, we do have a Corn Ferry event every year.
At the Glen Club.
At Glen Club in
they're
Glenview.
Coming back, yep.
And fortunately, we have LIV Golf for the last 4 years. PGA Tour has come and gone. We hardly see them anymore. I mean, we see the BMW Championship once every 5 years,
here and
it
there.
seems.
Yeah, here
we
and
have
there.
the President's Cup in 2026 Medina. Thank the Lord. It's been a long time since the Ryder Cup came, 2012, or a PGA Championship or a U.S. Open. Crazy golf fans here in Chicago are missing this stuff. Where are our tournaments? It's the greatest golf city in the world.
You know what? Like, here's what we can still be thankful for is the fact that someone's coming around. But you're right. You have. I'm not going to throw any cities under the bus or anything of that nature, but having a permanent stop with either a PGA Tour or LIV, I think that's why I think LIV is stealing a lot of the attention and a lot of the spotlight here locally. Steve, this is something I've been there 2 years consecutively, right? I've made it to Bolingbrook the last 2 years. I got to ask you this. I can't recall 3-4 years ago. Did you make it out to Rich Harvest?
I did.
For LIV?
I did. And Jerry Rich, who owns Rich Harvest, did a terrific job. Parking was great. The infrastructure, the build out, terrific golf course. But Bolingbrook has really come on in the last 2 years. Players raving about that golf course, and talk about parking and infrastructure and the build out. Far beyond what anyone thought, even though I've always been a huge fan of Bolingbrook, but boy, they killed it.
It's a treat. I mean, it's if you haven't been, it's a massive property, first and foremost.
Yes.
If you haven't been out to a LIV event, you're going to catch a concert. You're going to catch food trucks. You're going to catch, this was my biggest takeaway this year. Going from even year one that I saw Bolingbrook to now is just the build out and the infrastructure of the entire scene. The party hole, the 6th hole out there, the par 3, the island green.
Yep.
I think I'm going to get a lot of grief from friends, or I might get some grief from friends on saying this, but I mean, the LIV Experience, it is an entertainment product. It's entertainment, but some might say that's a knock, right? Or it's it's almost kind of a gimmicky format with only 3 rounds and team based. But I'm starting to believe a little bit. It's been fun. I'll land it on that it has been, in my opinion, it's been a fun experience.
What I love, Matt, is that you have the best players in the world, okay? I mean, yeah, Scheffler's not here, all right? Rory is not here, but you've got John Rahm, all right? You've got Phil Mickelson.
You heard of Bryson?
Sergio
You heard of
Garcia, Bryson DeChambeau, Dustin Johnson, who's fallen off a little bit. So I think it's star-struck, okay? I think the stars are there, enough of the stars, okay? Because how many do you really have on the PGA Tour? I mean, you don't have 30 stars. You got 10 great players,
There's a tour there's a tour championship next week with 30 players, but I think you're right. If you asked the everyday guy to name more than 10 that are playing in that top 30, golf geek over here, Matt, I think I could probably name 20 to 22. Right. Quite frankly, probably all 30. But the everyday guy, you're right. Like, people want to see Bryson. People want to see Rahm.
Even Mickelson. There was a huge following for Phil Mickelson.
Yeah, and people are still yelling at Phil, and he's interacting. So on LIV Golf, go ahead,
What I
Steve.
don't like about LIV Golf, I don't like the shorts. I wish they wore pants, okay? That bothers me a little bit. Wear shorts for the practice round like you're now allowing the PGA Tour players to do during practice rounds, but wear pants. 3 rounds, 4 rounds doesn't bother me. It's 3 rounds, and I'm fine with that.
Sure.
Okay. The music on the course, it's kind of fun. Doesn't bother me. It's a little loud. Okay. But
Steve,
the fans turned out.
Steve, you're talking about the music just off the greens, the music on the tee
and it was
boxes.
less this year because I used to see it on the fairway. Every fairway had a couple speakers.
Sure.
And I didn't see that this year. There was more music, but they don't care about making loud sounds. I mean, players are putting out on 18. And on number 1, because it's a shotgun, they're introducing players. And so
it's a lot going on. It's
It's loud, but you know what? It doesn't bother the fans. The fans love it. It creates atmosphere. It creates energy for the tournament. So I loved it, and I thought Bolingbrook just knocked it out of the park. They did a wonderful job. And the players' reaction to Bolingbrook Golf Club, I mean, last year, Sergio called it similar to Valderrama.
Yep.
Bryson said this is a U.S. Open venue. The people that own Bolingbrook and manage Bolingbrook couldn't believe the compliments. I knew it was a great golf course, championship golf course, but to rate it that high amongst those top players in the world,
this is a public
great thing for Chicago.
Yep. Sorry for jumping in. This is a public course, and that's amazing. The greens, final thoughts here from me at least. It's the greens were quick. And when they describe a U.S. Open type course, you're thinking rough, you're thinking fast greens, and such a big ballpark where the wind can blow. Let's move on. We've got some catching up to do, and we've got a few other things we want to cover. I'm going to call this out just for the sake of time. Columbus Park Golf Course. I have not been. I'm gonna fess up. Steve, have you made it to the west side to Columbus Park?
I have not.
No, but something we found that we just, as soon as I heard the news break on this, no more than a few weeks ago, if we're gonna catch the people up on something exciting, here's something that's happened at Columbus Park. They're a Troon Golf owned business. Troon Golf is invested in Columbus Park, and what was exciting, they've actually just opened up a free mini golf course and a fully improved practice facility on the west side. Troon put, Steve, I know we've got notes here, but they put $450,000 into this mini golf course on the west side. I'll just take a reaction from you. I thought that was something that stood out. If we're bringing people up to speed, I want to hear what you think of that.
I don't care where it is. I don't care. It's south side, west side, northern suburbs of Chicago, North Shore. You know what? If you're doing something good for golf, and hand it to Troon Golf for doing this and investing money and investing in the youth, because when I think about that, I'm not thinking about the older people. I'm thinking about the youth.
Sure.
Grow the game, and that's what they're doing by investing this money, opening the golf course. Hopefully it's going to be inexpensive, for these players who want to come out
Hey,
or
Steve.
free.
Steve, it's free to play.
Free to
It's
play. Isn't that unbelievable? That's what you want. Now, you got to get clubs in their hands. You got to get balls.
Sure.
Hopefully a glove or something, shoes. I mean, golf can be an expensive sport. But you know what? Open up the golf course for these people, these youngsters, boys and
Right.
girls. Get them invested in the game and show them how to play, because you can get hooked very easily, as you and I have.
Steve, would you be all right with them wearing shorts out there?
Absolutely.
You would.
I wear shorts every round I can. I'm just talking about the pros, though. You know
Okay,
what? I mean,
okay.
I don't think, again, professional golf should be played in pants. The
Okay.
shorts just bother me, just because I'm more of a traditionalist, and I don't like the shorts during game day of regular
I hear that.
tournaments.
It's the you're saying it's the uniform, but on the mini golf course, clowns, shorts,
Whatever you want to wear.
all the stuff. Okay.
Dress appropriately. We don't want the so-called Dago tees out there
Okay.
and all that type of stuff. Wear a golf hat, wear shorts.
Hey, sunscreen. Put on your sunscreen.
Absolutely.
Put on your
But
sunscreen.
it's great for golf.
Learned
If
the hard
you're
way.
doing this, for the Chicago area, I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. Well,
What else you got?
yeah. No, thanks for jumping in on that. And once again, that's just something I saw and wanted to hear what you thought about it. How about this? Bettenardi. Few more things. Just a few more things. Bettenardi brings on Cole Kmet as brand ambassador.
Bears tight end.
Bears tight end. Steve, I'm putting you on the spot for a little trivia. Can you name any other Bettenardi? They call them their brand ambassadors. You got any other in
Matt
mind?
Fitzpatrick.
Okay. Can you name any other that are off the golf course?
Oh, wow. I did run into a guy you told me about that I ran into because I was at the LIV Golf event at Bolingbrook a couple weeks ago, and it was during the practice round when only the media was let in. Fans weren't allowed in yet. And I saw this guy with the most incredible Bettenardi golf bag. And I told you about him, and you immediately named him.
Are you talking about Ben Baller?
Probably.
Are you talking about last year or this year?
This year.
This year. Must be someone else. I'm thinking
Red
of-
hair. I thought you knew this guy. I described him. And he was one of the guys, I don't know, he was playing a practice round with the players.
Yeah.
And I don't think he was on the LIV tour.
Andrew Santino. He goes by Cheeto Santino, comedian.
Okay. Is he?
Check him out on Netflix.
Oh, he had the most incredible Bettenardi bag and head covers. I couldn't
Yep.
stop staring at it, and I just said hi to the guy real quick. And I thought maybe he was a Bettenardi rep or worked there or had to be representing them some
Sure.
way. But
These ambassadors, you're right. Like it's.
But back to Cole Kmet. What's your angle?
Back to Cole. My angle is they brought on another tight end. The Bears did.
Yeah.
We've got
Kid from Michigan.
Yeah, and I think that's great for the Bears. I think it's great for the roster. This is a golf show, but when I saw the news, I think management for the Bears there and under Ben Johnson, I think there is room for two tight ends. I saw the signing. I think there's a lot of strategy as a Arlington Heights guy. Cole Kmet growing up in Arlington Heights, playing at Notre Dame.
Love Notre Dame, absolutely.
Right, playing at Notre Dame.
And there's a Bettenardi Notre Dame tie-in. They do the play like a champion. They have head covers and everything.
You're
really
right.
cool stuff.
You're
so
right.
Maybe that had something to do with it. But are you asking me, do I like the Cole Kmet signing with
not-
Bettenardi or?
No, I'm not asking you much. I just I was asking you to name a few ambassadors.
Okay.
And Ian Happ. There's another one. Ian Happ's with Team Bettenardi. I just think it's fun. You and I over the years, and you for even more years, spending time with the whole Bettenardi crew. Isn't it? I just think it's neat that the brand is so strategic and having fun with who they're having represent them.
Well, I think they're smart. Get into Cubs baseball, get into Bears football, two more popular teams.
Comedian you just mentioned.
Yeah.
And
last
and
time
on.
I was there, all right, at Bettenardi, Ozzie Guillen was there with his grandson. And that same day, guess who walked in? The Bears general manager.
Sorry, did you say last year?
No, this year. This past summer.
Yeah,
I'm
a
there.
couple weeks
Ozzie
ago.
Guillen walks in with his grandson, and then the Bears GM.
People, this goes back to our people want to be hanging out around pro golf. It's fun. It's a fun time. So
it's an incredible store. If you haven't been to Studio B in Oakbrook, right across from Oakbrook Mall.
Sorry, you're talking about I wasn't following. You're talking about at Studio B.
Yeah.
My mind went back to LIV.
Okay,
My mind was back in
no.
LIV.
At Studio B.
Yeah, sure. I remember you telling me this. You're right. Incredible place. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
no, I just had fun there. It's so much fun. You can, there's so many things you could do, but it's the most colorful store and the best merchandise. Their clothing, their apparel, their bags, their head covers, you name it, the little novelty items. I mean, I'm a big Bettenardi fan. Love their stuff, but what Sam has done following his father, Bob Bettenardi, and their creativity is off the charts.
That's what people want these days. It's not only good on social media, it doesn't only look good, but their putters, their irons they're doing, the wedges, they'll help you play better, but you look pretty cool doing it.
Yeah.
And that's what Bettenardi's going for. So,
and it's great technical stuff.
Oh, it's the top of the line equipment.
Yeah. I play their putter now, and I was custom fit, and I know people that actually one of our producers here says is the only custom fit club he's ever been fitted for was a Bettenardi putter. And that's so smart. Get custom fit for all of your clubs, especially the putter, the irons, the wedges. I mean, every club in your bag.
Steve, I haven't seen you make a putt for a while, so we might need a... I'm having fun with that, but maybe it's time for another fitting for Steve.
I need the antidote.
Yeah, right?
The antidote,
right?
Yep.
Heck yeah. Well, final parts of catching up today. Steve last week was out at Shepherd's Crook out in Zion, almost on the Wisconsin border. There's a spot if you haven't been. I would tell you, pop on the old Google right now and give yourself a search for Shepherd's Crook, Zion, Illinois. That's a special, really unique public course.
Let me tell you why, okay?
Sure.
My game right now, I feel like it's a real mental side of me that can't drive the ball very well when I see trees, okay? So I love a links course. Very few trees, if any, at Shepherd's Crook in Zion. It's a links style. It is phenomenal. I have brought a few groups of guys there over the past few years, everyone for the first time, and they go, when are we going back? It's a ride. I live in Naperville. It's a ride.
Yeah,
it was about 50 minutes, and you go actually in Wisconsin and back down just for like a quarter mile, but it is so worth it. It's good pricing. They got a really nice clubhouse, a great bratwurst, good beers afterwards. I'm telling you, but I love the golf course. Love it.
It's not like, I asked Steve, and Steve was just there last Friday, but you're out there. You're just off Lake Michigan. But as you just described, you don't see hardly any trees for one, right? It is true link
You don't
style.
see houses, you don't see cars.
No, you don't. You don't
hear planes.
No.
It is phenomenal. I really love it, and I can spray it off the tee. That's what I love about my game. I can spray it. You play better than I do. I see trees
Some
though
days.
lined up like the old Medina 3, and certain holes still at Medina 3, even though they redid it. I tighten up, and I'll hit it into those trees.
Yeah.
But if I see that I can spray it a little bit, it's amazing how much my swing is free, and for some reason it clears my mind, and I feel like I can miss. And I hit more fairways at Shepherd's Crook than I have all year. Does that tell you something about?
Is that right?
Just the visual of you don't see trees, swing freely. Finish your swing.
You take your that pressure's off.
Yeah,
right. The
absolutely.
pressure's off, and you and I have played enough golf that I don't have any trouble believing that whatsoever. Because so much of that tee shot, right? So and to all the watchers and the listeners out there, I think this will resonate. So much of that tee shot is what you're feeling just prior to takeaway.
Tiger's always said it.
Yeah.
What fits my eye? Okay, if you like to fade the ball or slice it. And I got buddies who hit it this way to go this way, right?
They're going to move it every way. Some people will move it every which way,
Absolutely.
Yes.
But if you do that, okay, I mean, a certain hole might not fit your eye, okay? I like to hit more of a draw when I can, but I don't fade it a lot. So when I see those tee shots that go right to left, it fits my eye. But when you see Shepherd's Crook that you could hit it anywhere and you're going to have a shot to the green no matter what, love that kind of golf.
It's great. And a quick call out to where I spent some time last week. And Steve, I called you. I'm sure you remember this. I called you right after because I was so impressed. I played Winnetka.
Yes.
Golf Club. another public track. There's a reason, there's a reason I'm going out there. Got to play Winnetka for the first time last week. Heard of the renovation, some of the work that was done there. That's not why I was there. I had a friend come into town I hadn't seen for some time, and just impressed. Talk about just about the opposite of an experience of Shepherd's Crook, where you have to move that ball left to right or right to left, or just some of these visuals off the tee shot.
Still kind of generous. I played it last year. They had a kind of a VIP media day when they first opened it, and I loved it. I thought it was phenomenal. I really did.
Incredibly, I was impressed with the conditions. I hadn't seen it pre-renovation, but these fairways were in great shape. The greens really rolled, and I'm not just giving them a plug to give a plug, but it was I would love to go back there in Shepherd. So, lucky us for getting to
take advantage of it.
Getting to some great to some neat courses here recently.
Everyone asks me where I play. Steve, do you belong to a club? No, I don't belong to a club. I've never belonged to a club. I probably will never belong to a club. Possibly, maybe in retirement, because I like to play different courses. Okay, I'm playing Phillips Park this week for the first time in a long time. I'm playing
Aurora.
Yes.
Yes.
I played Bloomingdale for the first time in many, many years. Found Heritage Bluffs. I could just keep going on courses that I've kind of played for the first time this year, because you know what? It's fun to explore. And will I go back to a couple of these? Yeah, all of them I've liked. But, then all of a sudden you pick, I had a great time over there. And once I found Ravislow down south.
That's hard to beat.
I love Ravislow. I played it when it was private. I play it now when it's public. I try to bring everyone out there because I know the reaction I'm going to get from a 120-year-old private club that was built by Donald Ross, one of the greatest golf course designers in the history of the game.
Yeah.
Refurbished a little bit, which was great because new bunkering. But I love that golf course. It's got the trees and everything, but it's still generous. But I love exploring new golf courses or going back to those I love.
Well, Steve, you can go from the south side all the way up to Wisconsin, and as far west as the Kelb. You can go beyond. You can go out to Byron and see Prairie View. There's a course, Steve, I don't know if you've been out on.
I haven't.
And we're not here to go on and on and on about these courses, but what we're saying on this final piece of us catching up is it is fun to well, first off, isn't it easy to go to the same places, whether they're local or that's where your friends play, and whether you're a member or not, it's easy to get into a rut of playing the same courses and you don't even realize it. And it may not even, maybe that's the wrong word. It may not be a rut. But I think what you and I, just this past week and what you just got to share about seeing some places that felt like it was the first time again to go see. I gotta get out to a few more and go see
There's
some
so
spots.
much great golf in Chicago. I've played in Florida, I've played in Hawaii, I've played in Scotland, I've played in Ireland. No one has better grass than the Chicago area. Okay, this bent grass, and the LIV players talked about it when we interviewed them at the LIV tournament here in Bolingbrook. They're like, guys, this grass is unbelievable. We love putting on it, because in Florida it's different, in California it's different, in Scotland it's different, in Hawaii it's different. Mm-hmm. Nobody grows grass like we do. Our season is short, I get that, but I love the grass that we grow compared to anywhere else in the world. Nothing like Chicago golf courses.
There you go. Steve, cool with jumping into what's up.
What is up?
Let's talk about, this is going to be our segment talking about what's coming up, right? We've relived a couple events that have happened and some happenings. What's up in the world of golf? We're thinking locally and just across the globe, right? Couple topics here. Steve, have you heard of the Ryder Cup?
Of course.
You have, okay. Steve, we're today is August 18th, is it not?
Okay.
Today's August 18th.
It is.
We're now a month away. A month and a week, okay, but I'm gonna stretch that. We're just over a month from September 26th, where the Ryder Cup kicks off at Bethpage Black, another public golf course.
Tough golf course.
He says it like he's played it.
I've never played it, but you got to wait in your car. And there was a question the other day I saw, maybe on LinkedIn, would you wait in your car for a day or even two to go play a golf course? I said no. I'm not sleeping in my car no matter what. I don't care what golf course. And maybe Augusta. Augusta might be the only golf course I would actually sleep overnight if I could get on and play 9 or 18 holes. No other course. No other course.
Steve, I would.
You agree?
I mean,
no. You would be a guy that'd sleep in your car.
Look at me sweat right now. I would.
Right, you would.
I would sleep in my car for at least a night. Not 2 nights. Sounds like a real challenge there, but for a night, for a handful of golf courses, Bethpage being one of them.
And
Augusta,
that's what you have to do.
Obviously. And no, that is what you do. This isn't a hypothetical. That's what people are doing. And I've got this, they've got to be closing this course down soon, because there have been, I'm scrolling Instagram and I'm seeing some content out there of people sleeping these few nights consecutively. I think they got to be shutting it down, because this tournament's coming up. They just wrapped up the BMW Championship. We're just one event left in the regular season, the BMW. Or no, sorry, the Tour Championship. Thank you. The Tour Championship at Eastlake coming up this weekend, which will decide the final 6 players on each roster. Steve, I don't know if you had seen just yesterday, not both sides. The Europeans have a little time yet on their automatic qualifiers, right. But the American side, the first 6 have been decided. Did you?
Absolutely.
Have you seen the first 6?
Yep.
Okay. Just for the sake of talking golf and having a little debate, this is the most talked about topic in the Ryder Cup, and we're going to talk about it. Keegan Bradley.
I've been thinking about this for a while. I'm a little torn on it, but my overall decision is, I'll start with this. The PGA of America, which chooses the Ryder Cup captain, should not choose someone who's 39 years old, who's still active on the PGA Tour. If it was Scotty Scheffler, I'd say Scotty has to be captain and play, obviously. Keegan Bradley, because he's not a top, in my opinion, 15, 20 player in the world, he shouldn't play. He should only be captain. Don't pick a 39-year-old that you put yourself in this position. Keegan has probably earned a spot on the Ryder Cup team because of his play over the last couple of years. He's played very well. He's playing
undoubtedly
great.
The last year. Undoubtedly, he is a top 12. Yeah,
okay.
You're right there. You're right there. And sorry, I'm jumping in here. You're right. He has earned it, and I think I'm right there with you. I would like him to play based on merit, based on his ability. I don't love the fact. I think I'm going to have to agree with you. I don't love the fact that he's in that position, at which case you're not you can't give a full effort to either, perhaps. Or if he's going to play, he's got to be locked in on playing. You have to be locked in on playing, and that's where a Furyk, or is it Snedeker? Definitely Furyk on a vice captain, but the rest of the leadership team will have to take a ton of weight off his shoulders if he, in fact, will play.
Yes, assistant captains would be vital and critical, more than they've ever had in Ryder Cup history. The trouble is, what the captain does is he gets in a golf cart. He's got, the two-way in his ear, and he's listening to the other captains, and he's following the leaderboards. He's out there watching all of his guys play their various holes, whoever's on the course at that time. There's a lot of balls in the air. So what do? You're seeing, you know what? I don't want to pair these guys up together next time. I don't want, this guy to take on John Rahm. We can't play against Rory. This guy gets a little intimidated. Or, boy, I love this matchup. He's in Rory's head. That you've got to be able to witness those things as a captain. If you're Keegan Bradley and you're in the event as a player, you can't do that, okay? I mean, unless you're in the group, and you can obviously make assumptions and decisions.
You're going to miss a
lot. Playing the ball, you're going to miss a lot.
You're going to miss a lot.
The captain should be in a golf cart watching his players play, or thinking about, right? Let's say he's in a morning session. If Keegan's playing in the morning session on Friday, is he already thinking about who he's going to match up in the second group, the afternoon group?
If he is,
he's playing. It's not going to work.
Yeah, it's tough in that regard. I'm looking here at the screen, and did you say this, Steve? It was, I don't think you brought this up. The last time this happened, that someone in their 30s, this was Palmer back in '63 as a playing captain. It's been since 1963. Yeah, Arnold Palmer.
Well, that's, you know what? I mean, that was 62 years ago.
Well, that's why they haven't done it again. Yes, and that's my point. That hasn't happened since '63. Maybe there's a reason why.
Don't make Scotty Scheffler a captain until he's on the Champions Tour, which is another 20 years.
Yeah, that's we need years and years of that. But no, some exciting stuff with the Ryder Cup. Excited about the first 6 to qualify: Scotty, Xander, Russell Henley, Harris English, JJ Spawn.
Trouble is, a couple of those guys have not played well lately. Xander has fallen off the map. Didn't even make the Tour Championship.
Is he just outside of the 30?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Playing horribly.
Yeah, well, I'm taking him all day, every day. Well, no. Sorry. We can't. It's not about us taking him. He has still qualified.
He has.
This is based on points.
I know, and there has to be some qualification system.
This is points.
But you want, the NCAA basketball tournament, like the college football tournament, like the Super Bowl. Okay, you have to be playing your best as you go into the championship status, right? Into the championship games at the end.
You're not wrong.
You got guys who have qualified over the last couple of years, but right now can't make a cut. Not one of the top 30 players at the end of the year. That's bad.
Well,
he's going to have to find his game quickly in the next month.
If in fact it's true that he won't be at Eastlake, he'll have some additional time. Whether that's I don't know, maybe playing his way into it would be better. But if he's not in the top 30, he's not playing his way into it. He's there, right? Bryson, just final piece here. Bryson's
live or not live.
Well, no, Bryson's top 6. He's qualified,
and he should play. He's a dynamic player. He's a great player. The PGA Tour and the PGA of America may have trouble allowing Bryson to play because he's a live player, and they're supposed to be basically excluded from PGA Tour. But I don't know. My opinion, Steve Cashel, you throw out the rules for the Ryder Cup. Let the live guys play. I want to see John Rahm in, I want to see these guys who are European players and American players. I want the best in the world to play in the Ryder Cup. There's no better team event on earth, okay?
Well, thankfully, we're just about at that point. This being an every 2-year, right? An every 2-year event. I think we've gotten to that point where, based on qualification points in certain events, yes, it has been more of a challenge for a John Rahm, a Bryson, some of these live players, but I think some adjustments are happening. That's where you and I might need to do a little more study up on some of this, but we've got 2 years after this to see where this qualification goes.
And President's Cup next September at Medina Country Club, right in our backyard, which is going to be unbelievable on the new Medina 3. Dying to see how the PGA, the best in the world, play Medina 3 because it was refurbished and about $24 million was spent on that golf course. And people are, the arguments. So I played it. I love it. I like it better than the old Medina 3.
Hey, you like it more because it looks a little more like Shepherd's Crook.
They took out a lot of trees. A lot of trees. It's a little more open, but it used to beat me up. I only like to play Medina 3 once or twice a year if I could get on it. But I'll play it more often if invited because I like it better than the old Medina 3.
Sure. Final piece of what's up locally. Steve, I pulled this one out of my sleeve. Have you heard of Good? Are you familiar with something called Good?
The first time I heard about it, we were shooting for the Golf Scene TV show at Kemper Lakes Golf Club, okay, our episode number 4, and I was there with the general manager, John Hosteland, who I used to work with at Kemper Lakes. I worked there for 6 years, and John goes, the Good guy. Is it Good?
Good.
Good guys are coming out here. I go, what is that, Good and Plenty? Good. What is that, a candy bar? I don't know. Matt, I never heard of it. He's got the big sign. He goes, no, it's going to be great. It's going to be in September. I do not know what it is. He kind of explained it to me, but it's supposed to be a good following. It's right up Matt Smith's alley. You know how we do Kash and Matty Talkin golf? This is the Matty segment. What is Good and Plenty golf?
Well, I'll tell you here. I'm for our listeners and for those here watching. I'm more of there's a variety of influencers or
too many.
Sure. coming from the guy that doesn't want to see shorts, right?
Yes.
That's okay. That's okay. There might be.
It's good for golf.
I
hope it's good for golf. We're seeing too many people that don't play golf. These influencers trying to make money.
Sure.
But
and
if they're into golf and they're promoting the game, get me the influencers. I'm all for growing the game.
Well, sure. There could be too many influencers, and there might be there might be an argument to be had there. But what I was going at is I follow a few specific Instagram pages, YouTube pages that are all that are these influencers that are promoting the game. Good is one of their guys. There's a guy who goes by Bubby.
Of course.
Yes, he goes by Bubby. He grew up in the area.
Bubby.
It's a friend group, and so forgive me for this because Good is not entirely my jam. There's a few other No Laying Up and a few other groups that I spend a little bit more time with, but it's a friend group of about 6, 7, or 8 guys, and they're just producing content, traveling, seeing amazing courses, putting on some pretty sometimes interesting formats to what they.
These guys going to play Kemper Lakes. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Let me tell you about this one. So what this friend group and 16 content creators, that's what they're calling themselves, these influencers, 16 content creators will be playing, and let me reference this, with celebrities. So 16 of them, it's going to be a 2-person team battle, 3-hole scramble stroke play matches. That's a lot to say. That's a lot to say there. But they're playing for $50,000 to the charity of their choosing for the winning team. There's a concert to follow. They're at Kemper Lakes. Paige Sporanic, Garrett. Oh gosh, this is where some friends of mine are really going to get on my back because I should be able to tell you 6, 7, or 8 of these good guys. That's how popular these guys are.
The creators, the influencers.
A lot of these creators are. They're almost on some of them are almost on that Bryson Brooks genre. Like they're on that level. The amount of following and views and the hits and the way they're impacting the game.
Good for golf. It's good for golf. I'm for it, but will I be entertained out there? And then the concert. I mean,
there's a concert.
Tell me who's playing. I mean, is it someone interesting?
I'm not even sure. It wasn't even published.
It's a great venue, and Kemper Lakes has done an amazing job with their owner, Steve Josephatis, putting money into the golf course, redoing all the bunkers. They've added a members lounge now and a patio. I was out there. I haven't played in a couple of years, but can't wait to play. When we were shooting the Golf Scene TV show, I was just amazed, and it was so beautiful how the course is just. It was always great. Always been a first-class facility. Hosted the 89 PGA Championship, of course, won by Payne Stewart. But it is plush and just it was so beautiful when I was out there. They've redone so many things, the bridges and things. Just love it.
Sounds like a place I'd haven't been there. Would love to see this. Good. They're calling it King of the Mountain. Is September 4th. That's a Thursday. They're it's practically
after Labor Day.
Yep, and it's practically a full day event out there.
Good.
I think they're gonna
I think it's good.
They're gonna bring a lot of people out
there
to kill
Matt, we don't get enough golf in Chicago, right? We have the LIV event. We had the Corn Ferry Tour event. We got the President's Cup next year. Hopefully get LIV back at Bolingbrook.
Sure.
Not sure. We don't know. They've already committed to Indianapolis again for next year. We know the first year was this year. Hey, anything you're bringing golf-wise to our Chicago area, all right, because we can't get a Champions event, an LPGA event, or a PGA Tour event especially, bring it on. Invite some fans out. I think it's great for golf.
It is a good thing. Let's dive into. We've got two segments to go. Let's dive into story time with Kash.
Okay.
This is where, I think we both agreed this was a mutual decision to say, you know what, Steve, 30 some years for you on TV, in golf, in all sports across Chicago. Years with the Bulls, you've always been the one that, even this is arguably a little bit unique, you've always held the microphone out for someone else.
Right.
To this day with the Golf Scene, with the show, you're always if not holding the microphone out, you're behind the scenes. You're running the production and letting everyone else tell their story. I think that's where we both said, I think it's time for Steve Cashel, for Kash to tell a few of his own stories in the world of golf, in or around the Chicagoland. Just some memorable, could be funny, could be whatever the story is. Let's start this episode with you told me you wanted to talk about an embarrassing, is this right? An embarrassing story with Gary Player.
Probably my most embarrassing moment in golf, or moments, okay? It was all on one hole. So when Gary Player designed and opened the Gary Player course, the Player course at Geneva National, Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, he invited the golf scene up there and all the so-called members of the new members of Geneva National. So we went up there on some weekday, and we knew we were going to have Gary Player up there, and Gary said, yeah, come on up, do a little feature, and I'll give you whatever time you want for an interview, sit down one-on-one. I said, this is worth it, great. And the day before the event, they call us, and they say, you know what, we have an opening. Does Steve want to play? Our members are going to play one hole with Gary Player. I think it was 9. I don't think they're playing a full 18. We're going to have 4 guys on each tee, and Gary's going to come to each tee, and we're going to play one hole with Gary Player. Steve, do you want to play? I said, yeah, I got to take advantage of that, right?
Hard to pass that up.
Right? Well, there was no warm-up, Matt. We get up to Lake Geneva. You get out of the car. We're waiting around. I think I was on like the 3rd hole. I'm with 3 guys I've never met before. Really nice guys, and they're actually taking balls, and they're hitting it the other way, just to warm up.
Their own
little practice.
I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if you didn't hit a ball.
I might have. But I'm always cautious of that, right? But anyway, so we get up there, and Gary finally comes to our hole, all right? And one guy tees off, hits it right down the middle. Second guy tees off, just off the fairway, but really nice hit. These guys are crushing it, right? I come up to the tee. Now, picture, I got fans on both sides. Gallery, okay? I mean, I'm talking 75 to 100 on each side.
Sounds like a fun time, but man, that'll get your... It sounds like a fun time, but we all know that is terrifying. Just
terrifying.
Sounds terrifying.
With no warm-up, and I wasn't really playing my best those days, to say the least, okay? This is mid-90s. So what happens? I tee that ball up. I know I was shaking. I shank one, almost killed the lady on the right side. Didn't hit anybody, but hit a line drive about, 3 feet off the ground and about 50 yards.
Steve was... What club was in hand?
Driver.
Did you just say that? A driver?
I only hit driver off tee.
Your hands are shaking.
I should have hit an iron. I should have hit a 7 iron.
I would hit the largest face you got. I think you made the right decision.
Okay. Oh, I was horrible.
You
Story's
want that
not
big
over.
face. Go ahead.
All right. So Gary says, Steve, don't worry about it. Put another ball down. Play another shot. Okay. I'll usually do better on the second shot, right? I tee it up. I almost killed somebody on the left side. Same exact shot. Line drive off the tee. Pull hook shank. Almost killed somebody. And Gary comes up to me and goes, Steve, we'll meet you on the fairway. All right, so the story's not over. So we go on the fairway, and these guys are hitting their shots, and it was a little par 4, right? And so I dropped from like 130 yards. All right, next to a couple guys. They hit it on the green. What do? I don't know. I was nervous or whatever. I put it about 40 yards beyond the green.
Just roped one.
And these guys look at me. They're like, Steve, pick up.
Steve, you hit 130 yards. You might have...
That's a 9 iron or pitching wedge.
Did you put a 6 iron in your hand?
I might have.
Did it look like a 9? Did you put a 6 iron in your hand?
The golf scene cameras are out there. Still got the galleries. And I'm like, at least hit the green. Hit the bunker. Do something. Put the ball in the air. Don't hit a ground ball. I got the ball in the air. I probably hit a line drive. 40 yards beyond the green. And they said, you're done. I
bet you were quite thankful to get to that next tee, and further away. I hadn't heard this full story. So I need to know, did you run into Gary at any point later?
Well, yeah, we
in the
interviewed
clubhouse
him.
And you spent some time with him. Briefly tell us what What the heck happened on that conversation? What did you say, or what did he say?
Well, I apologize. I said, Gary, they invited me to play a hole with you, and I totally butchered it, and I'm so sorry. And he laughed, and he said, Steve, I've been playing in Pro-Ams all my life. I've seen worse. Don't worry about it. You know, he's the nicest guy in the world, nicest man in the world. Sat there for 45 minutes, gave us a one-on-one interview. It was incredible. He's so interesting. One of my favorite interviews of all time. But he was so nice, and he understood, and I apologize, but we know it's golf. It was just one of those things, but he couldn't have been nicer.
He's right. I'm sure he has seen a lot, and that's a great way to wrap up the. Unless there's more to this Gary player story, but that is a little embarrassing. But isn't that? Gosh, that's human, man. Like it's
par for the course.
There you go. It's incredibly human because that would
I do that on a Friday. You kidding me?
Well, that is nerve-wracking stuff, and that's why going forward.
But I don't have the gallery, Matt.
Well, no, we never have the gallery. You could be nervous when you've got a group that pulls up behind you.
Yep.
Just that something about some extra eyeballs. It's a weird thing, isn't it?
Well, the trouble is you're in the golf media business. Everyone expects you to be a scratch golfer. I remember former Bulls guard Fred Hoiberg. We were talking. We were sitting when I used to travel with
the
Bulls.
mayor.
Yep, he was sitting. We were sitting together at the plane. He's a big golfer, and I told him, or someone asked me about my golf show, sitting with us, and he goes, Steve, you have a golf show? I said, yeah. I said, I've been hosting it for 20 years or whatever, back then, and he goes, what's your handicap? I said, it's a 9 or 10. He's like, what? You host a golf show? You're a 9 or 10? I said, Fred, I have to be a scratch golfer to host a show. I'm doing television. I'm not giving tips. I'm not playing against people. I am a golf enthusiast. Why do I have to be a scratch golfer? Why can't I be a 9 or 10 to host a golf show?
Hey, you've got my...
He goes, good point.
Yeah, you've got my permission. And something tells me...
I don't want to give away too many stories.
That's
now.
okay. We'll save them. But something tells me Hoiberg might have a little game.
He's a great athlete. I've never played with
feeling.
Fred, but I guarantee he's got a good golf game.
Sure. Steve, how about some equipment banter?
Yeah.
Brief segment we're jumping into just to talk equipment. What's on our minds with equipment?
What?
We were talking bags.
Yeah. Bags are hot. I want to ask you because it came up to me. I'm like, some people invest a lot of money and creativity into their bags. Okay. And there are some vessel bags are incredible.
To your right for those that are watching.
The Zexio bag. That's beautiful. Beautiful bag. And Zexio, part of the Dunlop, sports companies that also has Cleveland and Srixon, because they're a sponsor of our Golf Scene TV show. They made me this bag.
Sure.
And I just love it. Embroidered with the Golf Scene right there with my name on it. I mean, phenomenal stuff, but it's beautiful. I don't take it on the course. I showcase it in my office.
For those listening, yes, over Steve's right shoulder is his tour bag, the 910 handicapper. He doesn't need to be scratch or better.
No.
Steve walked in today. He has a tour bag. It is beautiful. It's a white, red. It's got his name. Anyways, what were you saying?
Well, a lot of people have their name on their bags. Remember that used to just be for pros. All of a sudden, it's like, hey, you want it embroidered? You want a design on there? You want your company logo? They're doing that. So, but what's funny is that no one really knows your bag because you're not playing in front of crowds. You're basically taking it from the car, putting it on the range if you hit balls, putting it on a putting green, maybe, putting it on a cart, or carrying it, or giving it to your caddy, and that's the extent of, who sees your bag, the other guys you play with. But it's interesting that people spend so much money, but you know what? I don't want to go out there with a bad golf bag, an ugly bag, a worn bag. I take great pride in my golf equipment. I want nice head covers. I want a nice towel. I want a nice glove, even my thing that I put my valuables in, Yeah. It's a beautiful zippered little leather bag, and people acknowledge it. But that's me. You don't have to have this nice stuff in order to play. But what I'm saying is, this is funny that no one really sees it besides the guys you play with. And yet we put the emphasis on having this nice stuff. Some of us, but many of us.
Some of us. And Steve, I think what we're getting at is it's a reflection for Steve Cashel. That's a reflection of you.
Yeah.
That's Steve's personality. That's, when Steve shows up to something, it's the polo, the pants. Yes, back to the pants. Always nice shoes. That's The hair's generally well done. I've seen Steve's hair have its moments. For those watching it, at least some of us have some hair.
Right.
But that's Steve.
But you're the same way, right? I mean, you love nice golf stuff.
And here's where we differ. I do love nice golf stuff. We've played our rounds.
Yep.
And I generally carry a Jones bag. There's a brand out of Portland.
Very nice.
I generally am carrying or on my push cart or on the cart a Jones bag. What you don't know, I think I have shared this with you, but I'll remind you of this. I've got some pretty ratty bags, and I'll sometimes use them. I'll sometimes carry them, or I'll sometimes put them on the cart.
No one else knows. No one cares.
And in ratty, you're right. For me, it is either utility or just sometimes it comes down to the color or just the reflection of the day or what I'm. It's not so much what I'm feeling. Let's not get too emotional about a golf bag, but I think it is fun to have a few. Sometimes you have the backpack, the dual strap if you're going to be lugging it around. But
right.
I guess what we're getting at is even though, and I think generally you're right, most communities, at least us two, our little community here, it's not about what the other folks are thinking. It's just kind of what is what's going on in our mind. But I told you this on a call last week when we were just kind of catching up and talking about bags. Like, I know some people, there are people out there where when they arrive, when they get to the course or the putting green, I spend a lot of time out at Mount Prospect Golf Club, and I know a group of guys, and they can talk for a half an hour about the head covers, sure,
right,
and the bags. Like,
yep.
it's anyways, what I'm trying to say is for some audiences, they do get noticed, and people do notice, and it's the culture. I think it's the culture.
I admire a great golf bag, a colorful bag, a Bettenardi bag, a nice Jones bag. All right, give me a PXG, a Ping, a Wilson, whoever. Callaway bags. I love golf. I love everything about golf, and so when I see a good-looking bag that's sharp, that's neat, that's different, that's new, TaylorMade makes these beautiful bags. Maybe for every major they've got.
They do.
Yeah.
Most companies are doing an event, a major bag, and there's no doubt. And
I love that stuff.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, you got any more?
Pleasure. No.
Any more we want to say about bags today?
No.
Let's bag it. I don't know. Let's bag it.
We got a lot to talk about in future episodes. We really do.
Oh.
I mean, we got equipment to talk about. We've got the tour play to talk about. We've got local golf courses we can talk about. Rules we can talk about. So I'm looking forward to this podcast I'm doing with you, Matty. It's going to be fun, and you're a great sidekick.
Steve, fun first episode here. We're excited about not only this pod, we're excited about the golf scene on CHSN, about the show. It's every Sunday. Is it not during the season? It is every Sunday, and we're hitting that 6 o'clock slot, are we not?
We are
with the golf scene. Beyond that, we're for each episode now we're seeing 10 to 15 airings.
Absolutely.
So we're getting a lot of exposure, and what's great is with the golf scene, whether it be some clubs, private or public, some shops locally, some brands,
tips.
Some tips from pros. So a lot's going on with the golf scene, and this is what we're excited about, both the golf scene and Kash.
It's a different way to do it. You know what? Golf scene is basically features and tips and segments that are tight. And here we get to expound on all that stuff. And talk about things we're not able to talk about, maybe, or doesn't allow time on the golf scene. So
well, hopefully not too many more embarrassments for you or embarrassing stories. But I know you do. I know you do. So we'll dig into those. Let's wrap it and let's sign off.
All right. It's Kash and Matty.
Thank you.
Kash and Matty Talkin Golf, presented by the Golf Scene. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Cheers.